Orange jumpsuit is the word today, because today we are going to talk about one of the most pathetic, insufferable, lunatic, sickening, gut-wrenching, nightmarish, and cringiest content creator in the world that can even make Johnny Somali and Jack Doherty combined look like bitches in comparison. And you probably heard of him because he went viral last year because of his epic pranks. But if you somehow don't know about him, please sit on my lap and let me take you for a wild ride, and buckle up because this ride is going into the septic tank fast. So a couple of unproud parents gave birth to this guy named Charles Smith, and Charles managed to reach 27 years old, fully develop his brain, and then decided to pursue everyone's favorite ambition, being a clout god. And he began his clout chasing progression by being the classic trash bag human, a menace to society.
As the summer sky.
Bitch, you ain't never in a million, so I guess you'll do.
But mister, your mama hates me.
Mama ain't got much more time left in her. She gonna be dead in a few seconds. You watch and see.
I don't know.
Look, why don't we go for a walk down by the swamp and talk about it?
But what about the...
Bitch, I said let's walk by the swamp.
Okay. Hey, Juju, tell mama I'll be right back. Lord have mercy, what?
Who left this motherfucking baby on my steps?
Sweet Jesus.
I'll cut this motherfucker.
No! This ain't no regular baby. It's a white baby. It's the most beautiful white...
Yep, and that is only but a taste of his shitstorm. Because every video from here gets progressively worse after that, like committing random batteries with a cake. Then after that mega annoyance, he now enacted his top 3 peak content. And on third place, since he likes bacon and eggs so much, he ruins an older gentleman's clothes with that same ingredients for clout. Yeah, and imagine coming back to that wash cycle and your clothes are now covered in eggshells and smells like bacon, like all around nuisance. And coming in at number 2 of his peak content is his pastime of harassing fast food workers by throwing random things on the fryer like a full Subway sandwich and a watermelon.
Oh no, go ahead. Very, I'll make sure I about the sauce.
You guys have a bathroom?
Bathroom 7287.
Trying to be shady, yeah. I'm 3 straight, look at me. I'ma ride those stone face. Only one.
But none of those compared to the last and most dangerous thing that he dumped in a fryer, which is a bag full of ice.
Tacos at the egg roll. Hey!
Now for those of you who don't know, when you dump ice into a fryer, the sudden change in temperature will cause the oil and water to bubble and splatter all over because it tries to evaporate the water quickly, and it can lead to catastrophes like this. Now this could lead to a number of problems like burns and injuries to the workers because, you know, hot oil is going to be splashing everywhere. And if it bubbled over too much, those unevaporated water and oil that boiled over, because, remember, oil and water do not mix, and it somehow got into an outlet, it can cause a power problem, or worst case scenario, an electrical fire. And it can burn the whole building down. Now, a pro safety tip if you ever find yourself dealing with a maniac like him dumping ice on a fryer is to number one, just turn the machine off. Turn the fryer off, just pull the plug on it or something, because if the machine is on, the machine will constantly try to heat the oil, or it'll continue bubbling till all of the water has been evaporated. Now, if the machine is off, the amount of ice that he puts, like a whole bag in it, is probably enough to rapidly cool down the oil, causing the bubbles to stop relatively quickly, but it'll still make a mess. Or just use a fire extinguisher, because some fire extinguishers contains cooling chemicals, and try to cool down the oil as fast as possible, so you can avoid it bubbling over like in this video. Now, I'm not an expert in any way, but that's what I did when I accidentally poured cold water into the fryer at work. I mean, it almost bubbled over, but turning it off really helped. Moving on, and before we go into his top one, his Oppenheimer bomb here, his magnum opus, here's an honorable mention. He threw a dead pigeon onto a fast food worker.
Fried pigeon? Wolfie, remember that.
You know what? He could have done better there. He could have gone the Walter White route, like made them say his name, like say my name, and they'll be like, oh, you're Wolfie Coletti, and then him just standing there farming felony aura. Peak cinema. And for his top one, his infamous spraying bug poison to Walmart's produce. Yup, that's right, he straight up skunked those items with bug poison. He is absolutely out of his goddamn mind. Now you're gonna be surprised on this, but the bug spray he used isn't really that harmful to us humans. I mean, it's still harmful, but it's not instant death, fortunately. And I mean, it is on a higher dose because remember, the dose makes the poison. And the bug spray he used, the hotshot one, uses natural insecticides like pyrethrins. And this is the other chemicals that was in the bug spray he used. You can search all of these up, but I've researched it and it is 100% a nightmare to insects, but to us, not so much. I mean, it's still harmful to us Homo sapiens when exposed to higher doses, but at low doses, not so much. And fortunately, he only sprayed it on the outer portion of the foods. Like, fortunately, he did not like open the Walmart chicken and straight up freaking marinated the chicken with it. So whoever bought those items on the 10 minutes that he was gone was highly likely to be safe. And after that attempted poisoning, according to reports, I guess he posted that right away. And 10 minutes later, after allegedly being called out by his audience for what he's done, he went back to the store and put all of those items that he sprayed, or at least what he assumed was the items that he sprayed, into a shopping cart and moved it to the back of the store and said he threw it away. He still didn't pay for it and sure as heck didn't throw it away. He just moved it as sort of a last-ditch effort for damage control. Like, hey guys, I'm just joking. Look, I'm just joking. I'm a good guy, see? As if that's gonna change anything. I mean, a Walmart employee could have just put those back in. He'll be like, oh, what is this doing here? And then just, stack them back in. And 10 minutes had already passed and it's on the sale aisle, so people could have easily taken some items there during that time. Now after that, the police searched for him, issued a warrant for his arrest. Now I don't know what came over him, maybe the clout demon unpossessed him for a short while, but during that short while, he turned himself in, straight up. Then pleaded guilty to theft and spraying the bug spray, right away. Well, what? Did he like slam the precinct doors open then said, "Stop the search? It's me, I'm your guy. Wolfie Coletti, remember that." And then he admitted, like low-key flex, that he is earning around $10,000 from those videos. I mean, I didn't know being a menace to society can be profitable. Now he titles this peak cinema of his as Dreams. Well, to be honest, a pretty creative way of naming his shenanigans. Can you guess what he's dreaming about right now? Yup, he is dreaming about him wearing an orange jumpsuit in front of a judge.
Charles Smith, who goes by Wolfie Coletti on social media, was in court for the second time in just a few days. Already arrested in Mesa over the weekend, where police say he took this can of bug and flea killer off the shelf at a Walmart. and sprayed the pesticide on produce that was on sale for anyone to buy.
Man, you are killing me with that Met Gala fashion. That orange jumpsuit looks good on you, boy. And he was later charged with 2 counts of felony and 2 misdemeanors, and here are the charges, and if all of those made through, he is looking at about 9 to 16 years in jail. And then he was worried for his dog at home, and he asked the judge if he can go home to feed it. And he did post bail on the other charges, but he has multiple, so I don't know if that request was honored.
Have any questions for me?
I do. I have a pet at the house, and we live alone, and she hasn't been able to eat in like 6 days. I was wondering if I have any access of going home and promising to return to court the next court date.
So you already have a bond in the other case, and so I can't control that bond.
And as a certified dog lover myself, I detest the idea of this man owning a dog. And you know, he could have gone hard there, like, Judge, you know who I am. I'm the man who puts ice in fryers and dead pigeons. Say my name. Then he could have titled it like My Final Dream, I guess. And his tentative date of the final court ruling is June 26, but if I'm gonna give my gut feeling on this, he's looking at about 5 years in jail. I don't know why that low, but that's what my gut is telling me. After seeing so many rulings in court, like, it usually doesn't go to the maximum. Like, you know, maybe he's got Saul Goodman on his side. And I hope they make an example out of him, to be some sort of a deterrent for other pranksters to not F around and find out. And yeah, that's all there is to it. See you on after June 26th. That's it. Bye.